The Cowboys are facing the Panthers on Sunday. Ed Werder's here with me to get you set for it. Interesting because it's not exactly a marquee matchup, and the Panthers are actually favored in this one. That's of note because it's the first time the folks who air-conditioned the desert have favored this Panthers team in 2 years. And Ed, listen, we all know the Cowboys have their deficiencies, but more than the 3-10 Panthers, what do you think went into the Vegas folks setting that line?
Well, that's a span of 33 consecutive games where the Panthers have been the underdog. I think it's an acknowledgement that Bryce Young and the Panthers have, while they've lost 3 in a row, those 3 losses have all been by 6 or fewer points to teams that lead their divisions, the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Buccaneers. And so I think it's an acknowledgement of that, playing close games. They've been ahead or tied the fourth quarter of every one of those games. And for the Cowboys, I mean, they face the challenge of getting ready on a short week. But Mike McCarthy's team's won 10 straight games on a short week. In fact, they're 3-0 this year on a short week. That's the best record in the NFL.
Yeah, we'll see if they get it done, but it's going to be hard for them to bounce back. They're coming off an ever so winnable game in which a special teams blunder took away their chance to try and win it. And then, of course, the injury to DeMarvion Overshown was really another gut punch in a season full of many. How do you think the Cowboys' mentality is right now, Ed, as they head to Carolina?
Well, Mike McCarthy and the coaching staff, they're all on the final 4 games of their expiring contract. So the coaching staff is fully invested in continuing to try to win these games. That's the point of emphasis. That's the priority. Can they convince the players of that? Now, the point that they've made is, hey, we're not mathematically eliminated. Cooper Rush says that makes all the difference right there. He says bizarre things happen in the NFL. Crazier things have happened in the NFL. It's a real long shot. But I asked CeeDee Lamb whether, McCarthy's expiring contract is something that motivates him or he's aware of. He says, no, he's the only coach I've ever had since I've been here. He means a lot to me, but this is about personal pride and being a leader on this team.
And listen, it's not all gloom and doom. Carolina Panthers have the worst run defense in the entire NFL, and Rico Dowdle has taken strides coming off back-to-back 100-yard games. In fact, in the last 6 weeks, he is second only to Saquon Barkley in terms of rushing yards in the entire NFL. So can Mike McCarthy, the play caller, rely on the run enough for the Cowboys to get a win?
Yeah, that's the question over Mike McCarthy's 18 years is he disciplined enough to stick with the running game? Generally, he has not been that.
Yep.
But with all the backup offensive linemen they're playing now, with a backup quarterback and Cooper Rush, you shouldn't want to be back there throwing the ball any more than you have to. And you're right. I mean, Rico Dowdle, over the last 2 games, 243 yards. That's the most in the NFL the last 2 weeks. And the Panthers, as you mentioned, they've given up the most rushing yards and the most points on defense in the entire NFL. This needs to be a game where they play to their identity, which is run the football and play defense.
Yeah, the Cowboys have given up the second most points in the NFL. The Panthers, the worst. Yeah, I don't know how we sell this one, Ed. Other than the Cowboys have a chance. They got a chance because the Panthers are really bad. It's a minute chance. We'll see if they can pull it off.
Circumcising a mosquito.
Yes, indeed. Jerry's talked about that before. Izzy, back to you.